Next up on the panel we have Mr. Pratik Ghela from PSDTOMANYTHINGS. Sir is the CTO of Royaco Inc. and the owner of Technosoft Consultants, Technical Director at Good vs. Evil. Working with clients from Hawaii to Sydney, Sir has also given multiple talks on WooCommerce and DNS management. I'd like to invite Sir. Sir, would you like me to repeat the points on which? Thanks, sir.
First of all, I really love this whole entrepreneurship kind of thing that this college is kind of arranging. Because I know 7 years ago I graduated from SK Sumai, from KJ Sumai, sorry, I don't even remember. So at those time, all the kind of talks that we used to have were from this training companies who used to come and talk about ASP.NET, and I was the guy who would sit at the end and do. That is what I have done. Okay, so this kind of things where we never had this kind of opportunity to talk to industry people, and like all of you having this whole spirit is really appreciable, and even your teachers, your principal, your HOD and everyone is promoting this. It's like, I would say you've got to grab this opportunity and try to utilize this to the fullest. Now going ahead, about the projects, I'd like to say, as Manish, right? Yes, I'm not good at remembering things, so please excuse me for that. So as Manish said, the Castify thing, I really like the way they have branded, because I have seen my logo when I was in 2007 and I started this Technosoft consultancy. So I kept it as TSEC, and that was the worst logo I've ever did. And in that perspective, what you guys have come up with is really appreciable, and you taking out that extra effort and trying to do this brochures and everything, it's really good at this early stage. And then I think I have already talked to you guys about how you should commercialize, and I would not like to make it public, because I feel that what you are going to do should only be restricted to you. But in general, if we are talking about how the startup should make money, then I would talk to those VR guys. Where are you? Can you give the hand? Yeah. So you guys were talking about the app, right? So now the whole ecosystem of these apps is going to be obsolete in some time, because now making money out of apps is really difficult. If you are thinking that you are going to sell your app for $1, and if you want $100,000, then you need 100,000 users, and to build that user base, the amount of money that you guys are gonna put in, it's like massive. So you just it's no more the app is no doubt the part of the whole ecosystem, but the future is in providing solutions to enterprise. Because as much as I have seen people out there in the market, and don't be in this don't have this notion that you need to innovate something. Okay, like for you to do some business, you need to come up with an extremely innovative idea. That's not the need, because there are many companies out there who don't get good services. So even if you are a good service provider at something, I feel that you are going to have an amazing business, and consultation is another thing that can drive in crazy money. I know that I have been in training and I get this various students, and they're like HTML. I say them like HTML is the basics of any and everything you do. So they're like HTML to humko aata hai. And then when we show them what the real HTML is, they are like literally pissed off. So and in such a scenario where you guys have like IT, I have seen the portion, you have HTML, CSS, responsive, but all we've been doing is just mugging up and then forgetting it. But that is the real thing that you need to do, which people and students are not doing. But you guys coming up and trying to implement Node.js, that's really appreciable. So yeah, this is the client is not something that you should be focusing on, because a happy customer is a myth. You cannot make your customer 100% satisfied. And the very best example I will give is I was at this I don't remember his name, Murari Bapu. Yeah, I was at a satsang, and then over there they were serving free food. Okay, and there was this pav bhaji, and the pav were just done and they were giving bread. So and it was all for free. And this lady comes and says, "Pav nahi hai kya?" So he said, "No, we don't have pav." Okay, chale, the bread nahi chahiye. फ्री में अगर वो आदमी अगर इतना सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है, जो आदमी आपको पे करेगा ना, तो उसको सेटिस्फाई करना is the toughest job. Do you guys all remember your school days? जब भी like when we used to talk to each other and we used to tell तेरे को क्या बनने का है, तेरे को क्या बनने का है. So I always remembered this. The guys would say मेरे को पायलट बनने का है and the girls would say मेरे को डॉक्टर बनने का है. Do you remember those days? And it was very like we were around 10 or we were in our 5th standard. Okay, but then as we grow, like I was talking to sir and I was telling him that why we as a country, like right now, you know about millennial, right? The term millennial. We all are aware about it. Like I'm also myself a millennial, and that's why I'm so outspoken about everything. So because we have seen everything, and then if someone is going to tell us कि तू ये कर, तू वो कर, we just get pissed off. That's the whole ecosystem. So now the issue is that we, as like from the very beginning, we are just trained to get into the comfort zone. And I think the only reason we guys do engineering and then we do our masters is for marriage. And I always say that is M for marriage and M for masters. And if you're in India, you need to do the later one to get the first one. Okay, so this is the main issue. We all are just after getting into the comfort zone. हम लोग बोलते हैं, like बचपन में भी बोलते थे, तू पढ़ाई कर तो मैं तेरे को खेलने को दूंगा या दूंगी. हम लोग के पेरेंट्स हम लोग ऐसा बोलते थे. So our whole thing is engineering करने के बाद मेरे को जॉब मिलेगा, जॉब के बाद मैं ये करूँगा, and then my life is settled, I'll get married, I'll have kids. That's what everything has in their mind. So we need to come out of that comfort zone, and that's when we are going to innovate. And our country right now is a very good at implementation. Like we build apps for Facebook, we build mobile apps for Android, iOS. But ask yourself one question: do we have our own operating system? Do we have our own Android? No, we don't have it. Because we as a country always have been the best implementers. Because we have had that skilled labor, which the companies just outsourced. Like even and I do that. Okay, even my company does that. We offer our services for cheap, and just remember, like getting into USA, H1B visa, all of that thing is not an issue. And I would not like to press that point of why you need to be innovative and why you need to learn new things, because they have already talked on all those things. So and whatever you are doing as an entrepreneur or anything, just do it for your passion because you like it. Because like right now I'm running this agency and I have my dad's business, okay, and what I can do, like I can live my business and earn 5 times more than what I'm earning right now, but that's not what my passion is. My passion is about delivering solutions to the people, and don't run after money. Money is nothing. It's just for like after one time you'll have a mug, maybe you'll have a Lamborghini, but what you'll do with the money, it's nothing. Like you need to understand this whole basics, and if you are done through it, life is awesome. That's it. Thanks, guys.